Over the last few weeks, we have been tracking the altcoin markets, and it looks like our patience has finally paid off. I've got a few cryptos to go through today, which are looking like they are set to boom. A couple which are breaking out as I am filming this video, so stick around for that later in the video. And of course, the big one, the one that I've titled the video with, the Warren Buffett altcoin. Now I'll get into that really early on in the video. I don't want to drag you through the video and hold out on some sort of clickbaity title. It's a real thing, and I'll show you where the details come from. But before then, I want to go through how the video will be broken up. And like usual, we're going to break it up into 3 parts. Just before we dive into the structure of the video, what YouTube video wouldn't be complete if I didn't ask you to like and subscribe down below. I know it can be a little bit of a hassle, but just give it a second, make that thumbs up, go blue. Helps the channel out and helps push the content out to more people to see it and hopefully learn from it, because I love getting the comments from you guys when you have looked at some sort of technical analysis of mine and used it in your own trading and investing to great effect. The first part is our investing rules and the structure of the video. Now, our rules for every week, every time we do this investing, they are the same. The first thing, we want to reduce the noise. We want to cut out all the crap that's out there and just focus in on the stuff that's going to make us money. The second thing we want to do is education. We want to keep coming back, we want to keep educating ourselves, finding other sources of information which are going to help us make more money. And not only make us more money, we want that to improve our lifestyle as well. We want that to improve our minds and improve how we go about our everyday. It's not only important just to make money, I think it's also important to improve yourself as a person, and that's why I've chosen investing, because it grows me overall. Now, the third rule is to repeat the steps, cut the noise, keep educating ourselves. And we keep doing that, we keep consistent with it, we are bound to grow. It's like that 1% rule that we grow 1% a day. At the end of the year, hopefully we've grown about 365%. Within part 1, we want to look at the structure of the video. We're going to review the technical analysis tools that we've used in the previous videos so that we can keep learning about those. The third thing is full send. I'll let you know what that is in a second. The fourth thing are your altcoin suggestions. So if you want to have your altcoins looked at and technical analysis on future videos, leave them in the comments down below. Leave me the ticker symbol and we'll get to those next week. The ones that have the highest like ratio on them, they'll get looked at first, because obviously more people want to see those. And the fifth thing is the trading platforms we're going to use today. The first being OKEx. We're going to look at altcoins on that platform. And the other thing I'll use is TradingView, where I look to do the majority of my technical analysis. Part 2, we're going to review the stocks that we have looked at on previous videos. We want to see where they're up to. We don't want to just call out something and forget about it in videos to come. And then of course the third thing is the subscriber requests. So your requests, the stuff that you put down in the comments, the things that you want to see. I'll look at those straight after we review the cryptocurrencies from the previous weeks. So a quick shout out to the team send guys. I hope I get your names right. I'm going to read those off the screen. I got Vibert Osorio Fernandez, Chalet Maito. I hope I've been saying these right. Shout out to Douglas Bell. Thank you very much. And another quick shout out to Pathim Banekinkandan. Party. Shout out to you, Party. And one last quick shout out. I want to say thank you to Quayin Lock, who has gone through and understood my push pay analysis. Now, I've got this as an altcoin video, obviously cryptocurrency, but if you want to learn about technical analysis, be sure to check out the ASX stocks videos as well. You don't have to buy the stocks, but in terms of the analysis, this one in particular showed a gotcha bar, and you don't see that all that often, but it's a really strong signal. So if you want to learn more, check out those videos as well. I've left them in the description and you can find them on my channel. That is going to help you add tools to your toolbox as a technical trader. So if you want to have a quick shout out on next week's video, just watch till the end of the video and I'll leave clues throughout the video as to what you need to do, and comment down below once you know what that is. Hint, it's usually Team Full Send. Okay, part 2 is here, and let's review the cryptocurrencies from the previous week. We're going to use the same tools that we've used in the previous weeks to keep it nice and simple. Keep it simple with the trading. I went through trading, I tried to add in so many different indicators, it just becomes confusing. So when I keep it simple, it makes trading life so much easier. It reduces the stress a hell of a lot, and the results always come once we reduce the stress. So the tools that we've been looking at so far are the Fibonacci retracement tool, which you'll see in a moment. Trend lines, basically horizontal, diagonal stuff where you can see price accumulating in that area, and we're looking for breakouts. And of course, that's essentially support and resistance areas. So without further ado, let's look at the altcoins which we have looked at in the previous weeks and go over a quick review of those. All right, here's our altcoin watch list. The coins we were looking at last week were XLM, ICX, and ADA. And we can see here, I'm just keeping a track of the market cap from when we first looked at them. the entry price that we're looking for, and then basically the price of the coin, cryptocurrency, at what it was during the video that we first looked at it. And then I'll keep a price for each of the times that we review it going forward so that we can know where we're sitting. Are we getting in at a good price or not? We want to keep track of these things. So I'll keep this review really quick because I want to get through to that Warren Buffett altcoin. When we checked out Stellar, it was around the 12th to the 13th of July. The video came out a few days later. So we were sitting at around 9.2 cents. Currently, we're at 9.8 cents. Not much has changed in terms of this market. The volume has increased. We've broken through this resistance, sitting at around 8.88 cents. And I like the look of the consolidation above this level. It could take off from here, but I think it's going to consolidate maybe for a little bit longer, a few more days, who knows. But I think this price isn't too bad. Maybe you'll get 10% off. I don't think it's worth taking the 10% risk when I think this thing could take off quite quickly. I don't think it's worth trying to get in a little bit earlier, 10% thereabouts, when this thing could take off doubling from here quite quickly. We don't know, that's all speculation, but I really do like the look of the high volume on the breakout with the consolidation. There's a lot of things ticking boxes here for me, and that's why I really like the look of XLM. Reviewing the next stock we had, and that is Cardano. And at the time, this thing was going nuts. We were around the 11th, 12th, and it was sitting at a close price of about 12.5 cents. We're still at 12.5 cents, but if you remember a week ago, the energy in the air was that Cardano is going to $1, $2, all that sort of jazz. But to me right now, it looks like it's going to have to take some time to rest. And I think a good price that we could be looking for a pullback to, a retracement, would be somewhere around this 9 cent area, maybe 9.5. If we happen to get lucky, maybe it gets down to 7, but I would probably track that as we go along. If you want to see that tracked, let me know in the comments down below. But we're going to move on to the third crypto, which we looked at last week in a quick review, and this was ICX, Icon. And again, at around the 12th of July, the close price was 39.5 cents, 40 cents. Currently, we see it at 41 cents. Now, we looked at all of these against the Bitcoin chart. So it was the altcoin versus Bitcoin, and it was around 4,300 sats. So it was around 39.5 cents. Right now, 41. It's gone up a little from there. And again, this looks like another good chart to me that it has broken through resistance. So we can see that at these levels here, around 35, 36 cents, you can see that it's broken and then it's come back and tested it. That is a beautiful sign right there. Now this looks to be consolidation before another move higher. If it breaks down from here, I don't want to see it break this low or this low here. That is going to be probably the end of this trend for some time, in my opinion. Of course, that's why you're here, you want to hear my opinion. But I'm thinking this is pretty good. So you could keep a tight stop up around here at 35 or at this point here, which is about 26-ish. Okay, that's the review. Let's move on and I won't hold you up. Let's look at the Warren Buffett altcoin, which has been coming out on YouTube a little bit lately. And that goes to a crypto channel called Chico Crypto. And I've watched him for quite some time. If you want to see the fundamentals behind it and how it's all connected with Warren Buffett and Tesla and all that jazz, go and check out his video, put up a screenshot here. I think it's important to show credit where credit's due. And like you know from my channel, I'm not into the fundamentals as a primary source. I want to see the chart. I'm listening to the fundamentals, right? I'm not the fundamentalist expert. But in terms of the technical analysis, I want to find good buy and sell prices and figure out if we are buying into FOMO or if we're actually getting the coin stock at a good price. So I could hype this one up even more if you want and go on and on about it, but essentially that's the jazz. It is connected in the solar energy space, and it looks like Warren Buffett is getting himself into buying solar energy in the Nevada desert. There's huge solar farms going up there. Apparently this coin is connected to the whole game by providing a blockchain where they can swap and buy and sell the solar energy that is coming onto the grid. That's about as much as I know about it. I want to see the chart here. It's a little bit of a lackluster on the chart because there isn't much information here. Having said that, the thing that I do know right now is that Chico Crypto's video went out just a couple of hours ago as I record this. And at that time, the price was sitting at around 70,000 Satoshis. Now it's up around 75,000, so that could be a minor pump from his video being released. And as it was released, I was watching the chart. I saw the video at about 25 minutes as it had been released, and it did move up a little bit. I don't know if that's enough to consider it being a pump and dump. I don't think so. It's not that much really. In terms of a percentage move from pre-video to post-video, it's only 10%. Like, that's reasonable, but we know in terms of crypto spaces, these things can pump much harder than 10%. Let's take a quick look at coin market cap. Currently market cap's at 47 million, so it's a very small cap coin. It's sitting at $7. When I looked at it this morning, it was around $6.60. So it has risen a little bit. You can see that on the chart here. You can't buy this anywhere else apart from KuCoin and a few other small crypto exchanges, being Liquid, Bitmart. So there's not many areas you can get it from just yet, which is probably how it's kept it back so easily, kept the price down, right? It hasn't boomed so much. So back to the chart, what I want to see here is the price close above these old highs. Now it's very limited data. We've only got a few days here dating back to the 14th of July. So I want to see it at least close above these highs of 75,750 and the other day here 75,600. So we want to get a close above that to give us some sort of idea that this is going to push higher. Now we're into the new day. We're sitting at pretty close to those highs. So let's see what happens over the coming days. If you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments down below, because this could be a big one in the future. Let us know what your thoughts are on this coin in the comments down below. EWT. I've got two more coins to go through. One is Ethereum and the other is a smaller cap, which looks to be setting up for a nice big breakout. But before I do, I want to mention OKEx. It is another altcoin exchange that you can do leverage trading on, you can do spot trading on. Their layout, as you can see here, looks very clean. It's nice and easy to use. And they have a vast array of different altcoins to use. So if you're interested in wanting to get into these coins and you're not sure which exchange to use, go and check out OKEx, because personally I like the user interface of this. It looks a lot cleaner and easier to use than a lot of other crypto exchanges out there. That's one of the reasons I bring it up, because you guys asked which crypto platforms are you using, and OKEx is one of them. I've got a link in the description down below to get on board with OKEx. If you sign up, you get 10 bucks of Bitcoin when you purchase your first $100 of Bitcoin. So essentially 10% extra. Now the big one, Ethereum. And now, as I was starting to script this video this morning, Ethereum was sitting around $1.47, and right now it burst through. It's at 266. It's closed the day above the resistance. The previous resistance, we could see it around 153. And what I had scripted is I want to wait to see this thing close above 153. Yes, it's crypto, things happen really quick. So it's broken through and it's closed above that 153. I like this. I'm onto it, buying it. That's my thing. It's not financial advice, yada, yada, yada. All the disclaimers are in the description. You have to take this as your own personal investing journey and do your own research. I'm talking about the technical analysis here and the things that I like the look of within the chart right now. That's Ethereum. Nice, simple, and easy. The resistance has been broken. The downtrend that you can see here in the purple line has also been broken and closed above on reasonable volume when you compare it to the last couple of months. And what I'm looking at here is this little green area down the bottom. That is sitting at around 108,000. So that's what you can see there. Next day over 68,000, and the previous days are all below that, right? So that to me is starting to show signs of energy coming into the market. That's what we want to see when we're about to take off. As cliche as that is, the rocket ship takes off with a ton of fuel. We want to see a ton of fuel in the volume, and that's what we're seeing right now. Last altcoin is bread. Now I haven't seen this one being talked about much at all. It's just something that I'm tracking here, and if you look at this chart again, look at this angle coming up and it's just bouncing off it, finding higher lows, right? And then we've also got, just like we saw with Ethereum, so I hope you're getting the experience here, marrying those two together, just seeing the support level at, what's this, 1,450, right? If this thing can break above it and close, because that's been the resistance so far, it will be a support after it breaks the resistance, then we could possibly see this one as another moon coin, right? And above that level, I would be looking at targets initially around 2,200. So it's not a double, but it's not too bad. But if we continue to scroll out and squish the chart up, there is potential to come up to these previous low levels. So what I'm talking about here is that. And so that level is about 47. So from 14 to 46-ish, probably expect 3 times, 14 to 28, and another 14 to 42. Triple your money, that's not bad. Triple your Bitcoin, that is. I would expect a lot of heavy selling at that point. So I'm happy to take this as a triple and get out. That's my look of the trade. Now, it might take several weeks, several months. So that's why you could look at it as a long-term investing in crypto talk. But if this breaks down below these low levels of 1,040, so if it breaks that psychological level of 1,000 sats, I'd probably get out of this one. Just cut my losses and get out of it until I see a stronger sign return. Well, that wraps us up for our altcoin technical analysis update. You got the review of the previous altcoins that we were looking at. If you want to see that first video, go and check it out on the channel. Link is down below. We've also hit the review of the altcoins, which I think are in a beautiful space to take off for the rest of this altcoin season if we see it move ahead. Bitcoin's just broken through its other little resistance levels, sitting at around 9,500 as I'm filming this. And we touched on the Warren Buffett altcoin. I didn't go through and hype up that coin. You can go and check that out on some other channels if you want to get your emotions all riled up for the potential of a coin that could go to the moon. I just want to look at what it's got in terms of its basic fundamentals, because there isn't much information on the chart. But as well, I wanted to see if we had been hit with some sort of FOMO buying because it had just been released on another channel. I think that's an important thing to note. As for the technical analysis, we focus more heavily on trend lines using support and resistance levels. And in previous videos, we were looking more so at the Fibonacci retracement tool. If you love that and you want to see more, let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you want to know more about different altcoins that you're looking at. Let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to like up the altcoins that you want to see more of as well. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. The awards go out to you guys, and remember to hit me up in the comments with hashtag #TeamFullSend. Your support watching the videos right through to the end means a lot, and it helps the channel grow so more people can learn about technical analysis and applying it to their investments. So if you found this video useful, be sure to like it down below and subscribe to the channel for the next installment of the technical analysis on the altcoins, the big stuff that's coming out. Market is going amazingly well at the moment. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Until then, remember to have more fun and get more done.